Every legend has a story, but this one was almost forgotten. Everyone knows Gandalf, the Grey Wizard, the hero who stood against Sauron. But Gandalf was not the only wizard sent to Middle-earth. There were 5. Saruman, Gandalf, Radagast, and 2 mysterious figures, known only as the Blue Wizards. Their names? Alatar and Pallando. Unlike Gandalf, they never became legends. They never joined the Fellowship. They never fought at Helm's Deep. Instead, they disappeared, traveling far beyond the lands shown in most maps, into the distant east. And from that moment, history became silent. For years, readers believed they had failed. In one version of Tolkien's writings, the Blue Wizards never completed their mission. Some interpretations even suggest they became leaders of magical cults or traditions in the East, losing sight of their original purpose. If that were true, their story would be a tragedy. Not as dramatic as Saruman's betrayal, but a failure nonetheless. For decades, that was all anyone knew. But Tolkien never stopped refining his world. In his later writings, he revisited the Blue Wizards, and what he wrote changed everything. Instead of failing, he suggested they may have achieved something extraordinary. Not through great battles, not by defeating Sauron in combat, but by fighting a quiet war, hidden from history. The east of Middle-earth was vast, home to countless kingdoms and peoples. Many eventually fought for Sauron. But imagine, if every kingdom in the east had answered his call. The armies attacking Gondor would have been far larger. Rohan might have been overwhelmed. The Free Peoples could have been crushed long before Frodo reached Mount Doom. According to Tolkien's later idea, the Blue Wizards may have spent centuries traveling through those distant lands, encouraging resistance, breaking Sauron's influence, preventing entire nations from joining the Dark Lord. If that happened, their success would never have been celebrated in the West. No songs would be written about them. No monuments would bear their names. Because the greatest victory was the war that never happened. Sometimes, history remembers the heroes who fight on the battlefield, but forgets those who prevent the battle from happening at all. That's what makes the Blue Wizards so fascinating. Their greatest achievement may have been invisible, while Gandalf inspired the West. The Blue Wizards may have been protecting the East, far beyond the mountains, far beyond the stories most people know. Did they truly succeed? The truth is, we don't know. Tolkien left us with more than one version of their fate. One suggests failure. Another points toward quiet success. And because he never gave a final answer, the mystery remains. Perhaps that is exactly how he wanted it. Because not every legend ends with certainty. Some remain hidden, waiting to be discovered. So the next time you think about the War of the Ring, remember this. The victory over Sauron may not have belonged only to Gandalf, or Aragorn, or Frodo. It may also have depended on 2 forgotten wizards, walking unseen through the East, changing history, without ever asking to be remembered. Every legend has a story. But some stories remain hidden, in the shadows. What do you think? Did the Blue Wizards fail, or did they secretly save Middle-earth? Subscribe to Shadow and Sea for more forgotten legends and hidden stories from Middle-earth.